Hello, my name is Blake and I want to demonstrate our startup Cyberlix. Cyberlix is an external attack surface management platform which will allow bug bounty hunters to perform scans on their targets. Right here is the dashboard which will provide analytics based on all of the scans. As you can see here, up the top here, we've got the information on the assets discovered and the vulnerabilities discovered. And then in here, we've got weekly analytics represented in a bar graph, and then severity analytics represented in a pie chart. We can also get insights on the most vulnerable subdomains and the most common vulnerabilities. Some of the new features that we've implemented are the CVE lookup, CMS detector, and whois. Let's go over some of these. So the CVE lookup will allow us to look up a CVE and get information based on that. Say we look up CVE 2022-22965. We can see that we've got a lot of information based on that CVE, such as solution, prerequisites, the name, the summary, and some of the description of this, the description of the CVE and what was actually vulnerable. The CMS detector will allow us to perform a kind of a technology stack lookup. So say we want to look at what technologies rewards.nab.com.au use. We can see that when this actually finishes, it takes a bit of time because it has to do a lot of heavy tasks. I might need some sort of queuing system for this, and then it will, or some sort of asynchronous core. I'm not sure. This could be an optimization issue that I will fix later on. But it will do, it will use a gem called Weaponizer, and it will look up all the technologies that target uses, and it will display a picture and some information about it. The whois is just a normal whois lookup on a particular target. That one's a very basic one. So if you search for whois on google.com, it will provide information for that target. The projects section will allow us to create new scans. A new project is just our way of saying a new target. If we click on new project, we can provide the domain, the description, and we can select what type of scan we want to do. Like I said, this is a work in progress. We've only got one scan at the moment. We can view what this scan will actually do. We can also provide a word list for that particular scan, or we can provide a notification webhook for like Discord or Slack. Otherwise, it will just be a notification for new assets discovered in this part up here. Or new vulnerabilities, new assets. It will be, we get a notification, you can be able to view all that in here. All the notifications will be able to be viewed here. Let's have a look at one of the projects or one of the targets I've already scanned. So Dow.com has 4,443 assets, 0 vulnerabilities. Now, why? We haven't actually implemented the vulnerability scanner yet. That's a vulnerability scanner will be the one feature that we're going to continuously upgrade, update, and we want this to work really well. So we are really taking our time on the vulnerability scanning because we want it to work really well. But for instance, say we click on view, it will provide like some nice little cards that we can click on view, and it will view based on that, view the assets. For instance, vulnerabilities. Discover your project's vulnerabilities. So we'd click on view, and it would go ahead and view the vulnerabilities on Dell for that specific project. Say we want to view the Recon. Crawls and visuals. Visuals haven't yet been completed, but crawls and Recon is completed, and vulnerabilities isn't completed as well. Just Recon and crawls. But say we have a look at Recon, we can have a look at all of the assets discovered on Dow.com, and it gives you insights on that particular host, such as the status codes, the method, the server, the IP address, the technology, the response length, the title, and we can perform an action as well. So say we want to look at the response of this particular host. This particular host has no response, so we'll maybe search and narrow down the results a bit. Let's search in 200, and we'll see that it looks through all of our data in the table, and it will find anything that matches 200. So we can see here that education.dell.com is a 200. It's running on server, a Microsoft IaaS server. This is the IP address. This is the host name, the technology. And we can also do view. Click on view, and it will view the response for this host. We can do that for pretty much any host here. Let's click on this one here. Oh, there you go. Some hosts don't work, but that's just something we need to work on. But we do want to provide more actions. So maybe we might want to just exploit this particular host. Later on, there's going to be a button here called exploit. And we can click on that, and it will go ahead and provision a scan and exploit this particular host. Crawls does work. Crawls will list all of the crawled targets. So, and we can, the good thing is we can actually also search through these crawled results. So we can type in like API, and we can see if any of these crawled hosts contain API. This is my personal favorite because it will allow me to find APIs that I might not have found before, that I can try and test out path normalization. Again, with the actions part, I do want to have another button there that might that a bug bounty hunter might click on and test out path normalization based on this host, or it might just be exploit button that will spin up a provisioning service or provision a scan that will just exploit this particular target here. View doesn't work in this particular host. I'm actually going to get the view buttons working, so it views the response. That's the next thing I'm going to do. So, and last thing is the deployments, the recent deployments. So this is where we can get a list of our deployments that are running. So as you can see here, Dell.com is currently running. Sorry, it's done. But this will also say, let's do a quick demo on a target, right? So you can see this happening. So if I do a new project and say I want to scan Yahoo, I'll give it a description: Yahoo external attack surface scan. Don't need to do anything here because this isn't completed yet. So if I click on scan, it's going to say project was created successfully, and if you go to deployments, it will actually, oh, okay, so what I've already actually, that's kind of a bug because I've already scanned Yahoo, so the docket image isn't removed. So it's, yeah, I'm not going to go into detail, but that's a bug I need to work on. So yeah, but let's create one that I have never scanned before. Like let's scan, I don't know, let's scan Google, and you can see here there is some margining issues here. But let's create a new scan, and let's maybe scan something I haven't done before. Like let's have a look at what can we do? Let's do Microsoft. I don't think I've done Microsoft before. The whole point of this is to show you that the deployments can be, here. The whole point of this is to show you the deployment section. So as you can see here, Microsoft is currently pending. And how this works at the moment, just for an MVP, is what it does is it will perform all the scans in Docker, and it just checks to see if the Docker container is running. If it isn't, it will select, it will go done. If it is, it will go, like it will if it's not running, it will be pending state. You know, it basically checks the state based on the Docker image, the Docker container state. Later on, we will be provisioning our scans to other cloud providers like Linode or Amazon, and therefore our website will be a lot more optimized. The scans, you know, won't run as slow, because if we want to scale this, if we're having like 100 people run 100 scans inside Docker, it could slow down the whole server. So we want to avoid that as much as possible. And if you go back to the dashboard, you're able to see that a list of the deployments as well. We are going to fix this up because we only want to show the pending ones and the in progress ones, not the done ones. Actually, maybe better, we should show the done ones, because then we can click on view details and we can go straight to that target and see what it's discovered. So yeah, that's pretty much what we've done so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. I kind of went on a tangent before with the deployments, but you get the idea. If you think you're going to be interested in using this platform, you may fill in the Google Forms in the tweet description, and when it comes out, you'll be you'll be notified when it's released, and you'll be able to use it for 7 days, because there will be a 7-day free trial. If you don't like it and you paid for it, you will get a guarantee refund. You'll get a refund if you don't like it, but we would like, if you don't like the service, we would recommend, or we would like you to provide us some feedback on what you didn't like and what can be improved. Our main goal is to help bug bounty hunters find bugs, and we don't want anyone being disappointed. Hope you like this. Talk soon.